Alright, what is up YouTube? HTJ here, and I have another video for you guys dropping right now. We have the Tier Elements, a combination of water, beautiful waifus, and a whole bunch of fusion shenanigans. This is most likely the deck for you. Another POTE deck that will be coming out, and actually if I click over just one, yeah, here we are. We have the full lineup of the tier element, the Tearlaments archetype. Yeah, they took out 1A and then decided to just go from there. So most of these names have been completely changed from the OCG to TCG. These are the TCG names, and I'll leave a link there in the description box so you guys can see it, as well as leaving you guys a link to the cards themselves if you'd like to see them individually. So the tier elements are basically a combination of the word tiara, tier, lintment, and element. Kingdoms have their water attribute. They have tiaras, because I believe most of these are female monsters that have crowns on it, kind of like how mermaids and sirens have theirs. And yeah, they're fusion based, so crack out those super polys because you might need them. First off is Tier Element Miru. She is dark attribute aqua type, level 2 monster with 800 attack, 200 defense. No, 2k defense. Sorry. You only use this card's first and second effect once per turn each. The first effect is when this card is normal social summon, you can send the top 3 cards of your deck to the graveyard. If this card is sent to the graveyard by a card effect, you can fusion summon one fusion monster from your X deck by returning fusion material listed on this card from your hand, field, and or graveyard to the bottom of your deck in any order, including this card in the graveyard. Then we have a tier element half Phineas, level 3 dark attribute aqua type monster with 1600 attack, 1k defense. You can also only use this card's first and second effect once per turn each. The first effect is when your opponent activates a monster effect on the field, quick effect, you can just summon this card from your hand, and if you do, send the top 3 cards of your deck to the graveyard. If this card is in your graveyard, it's sent to your graveyard by a card effect, you can fusion summon one fusion monster from your extra deck by returning fusion material listed on it from your hand, field, and or graveyard to the bottom of your deck in any order, including this card. I believe all of the main deck monsters are going to have this effect, so we will skip over that effect for going on. Next up is Tier Elements Silent, level 4 dark attribute aqua type monster. You can use this card's first and second effect once per turn each. During your main phase, you summon this card, and you can summon this card from your hand. If you do, send one monster from your hand to the graveyard, and then send the top 3 cards of your deck to the graveyard. The next one up is Tier Elements Rain No Heart, level 4 water attribute warrior type monster. 1500 attack, 2100 defense. You know, use this card's first and second effect once per turn each. If this card is normal or special summon, you can send one Tier Elements monster from your deck to the graveyard, except for Tier Elements Reno Heart. If this card is sent to the graveyard by a card effect, you can special summon it, but banish it when it leaves the field. And if you do, send one Tier Element monster from your hand to the graveyard. Tier Element Key Lassos. Kit Kylos, I'm sorry. Level 5 level 5 dark attribute aqua type fusion monster with 2300 attack, 1200 defense. Requires one tier element monster and one aqua type monster. You can only use this card's first, second, and third effect once per turn each. If this card is special summon, you can take one tier elements card from your deck and either add it to your hand or send it to the graveyard. You can target one monster your opponent, one monster you control is to summon one tier element monster from your hand or graveyard, and if you do, send the targeted monster to the graveyard. If this card is sent to the graveyard by card effect, you can send the top 5 cards of your deck to the graveyard. Tier Element Kaleido Heart, level 9 dark attribute fiend type monster fusion with 3K attack and defense. Requires 1 tier element, Reno Heart, and 2 aqua type monsters. Cannot be fusion summoned. Oh, can I use this fusion material? You can only use this card's first and second effect once per turn each. If this card is special summoned, or if an aqua type monster is sent to your graveyard by a card effect while this card is on the field, you can target one card your opponent controls and shuffle it back into the deck. If this card is sent to the graveyard by a card effect, you can special summon it, and if you do, send 1 tier element card from your deck to the graveyard. Peel Reno, the Primordial Parallel Ruin Realm. Field spell. You can activate 1 card with this card's name once per turn. You only use this card's third effect once per turn. When this card resolves, you can add 1 tier element monster or 1 Vasa Starfrost from your deck to your hand. Fusion monsters and tier element monsters you control gain 500 attack. If a tier element monster or monsters is returned from your field in our graveyard to the deck, in our extra deck, target 1 card on the field, destroy it. Then we have tier element meta noise, normal trap. You only use this card's first and second effect once per turn each and only once that turn. If you control a tier element monster or 1 Vasa Starfrost, target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls, change it to face-down defense position, then send 1 tier elements monster from your deck to the graveyard. If this card is in your graveyard, it's sent to your graveyard by a card effect. You can target 1 tier elements monster in your graveyard and add it to your hand. Then we have tier elemental phallic. You can only activate this card's first and second effect once per turn each. If you control a tier element monster or 1 Vasis Starfrost, you can target 1 effect monster your opponent controls to gain its effect, and then send 1 monster you control to the graveyard. If this card is sent to the graveyard by card effect, you can add 1 tier element monster from your deck to your hand. Then the last card for them is the Tier Element Climb, which I believe in TCG has a different name. It's called Tier Element Crime. Counter Trap. You only use this card. You only use 1 of the first and second effect of this card name once per turn, only once that turn. When a spell, trap, or monster effect is activated while you control a Tier Element monster or 1 Vastus Starfrost, negate the activation, and if you do, shuffle that card into the deck. Then send 1 monster from your hand to the graveyard. If this card is sent to your graveyard by a card effect, you can target 1 of your banished tier elemental monsters and add it to your hand. So yeah, this is basically all of the cards for the tier elements that are currently out. I don't even know what is this, the Vast Starfrost? I feel like I should know what this is, and I kind of don't, not gonna lie. Probably new tablet. Oh, okay, I remember this guy. Or I think girl. Is it female? No, it's male. He's male. Okay. Yeah, I believe this card is already out. Yeah, it's a Dimension Force. It was the promotional card. Now, this card says if this card is in your hand, you can declare 1 type of monster you control. You can target 1 type of monster you control with a different type of attribute than this card. Destroy that monster, and if you need to summon this card from your hand, you only use this effect of Vast Starfrost. That's it, Starfrost once per turn. When this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can make this card gain attack equal to half the original attack or defense of that monster. Choose whichever one is higher, you choose if a tie. So, yeah. I mean, that's a nice way to enter in. I actually think this monster... Oh, yeah, he's on the cover art. I mean, he's on the artwork of many of these cards. So, yeah, that's a lot of cards to just massively put into one deck. And judging by the looks of it, I have to say, yeah, there's going to be a lot of support. Well, this deck can give a lot of support to things, especially a lot of decks that don't mind about losing cards from the deck, such as Light Swarm, and even the effects of Shaddoll, where many of the Shaddoll monsters love to be sent to the graveyard because it triggers off a lot of their secondary effects. See cards like Shaddoll Falco, Shaddoll Hedgehog, Shaddoll Beast, Shaddoll Dragon, Shaddoll Windy, and many more of the Shaddoll monsters in the main deck that have some beneficial effects to that. As far as it goes for just their overall setup, yeah, they're sending cards from the deck to the grave. Lightsworn will love this because then you'll get stuff like Phyllis, the Lightsworn Archer going off, Wolf, the Lightsworn Beast, setup for JD. JD could be a boss monster in the main deck. You like to splash him in, and just a couple of other things. I don't think anyone's going to use the Bass monster unless like they're really desperate. For what? A light attribute warrior tuner monster. And I believe they have no synchro, so yeah, that's kind of be a waste out. And most likely, yeah, this is just fusion bait for stuff like Shadal. Because if anything, you have water and you have dark. Yeah, you're going to be fine. Because you can easily make El Shadal Annoy Latilis, or you can make Shadal Winda off of these and do some crazy shenanigans with them. So yeah, if anything, this is a fusion deck setup right here. Has all the names and screens fusion setup. And I would actually take the chance to look up a lot of the fusion monsters that you can do with stuff that's aqua or dark. And I think majority of that might actually be Shadal. But you probably could find some of those in between cards. But I think some of the elder entities, I think it's Nest. She has that ability, but I don't know if for Exceeds or Fusions. I own the card, I only use it because of her other ability, which is the short cards from the field. So yeah, just like I said, this is another one of those decks that's going to be very tier, and I do believe some of the rarities for these decks, for this archetype has been confirmed, where a majority of the really good cards, like some of your searchers, are definitely going to be ultra and secret. I think the boss monster, Kaleido Heart, she is a secret rare here in TCG. But I believe the other monster is either super or ultra. It is a very weird thing with these because I hate, and I think many people can agree with this. I don't like the fact that when you do look up the rarity for most of these, it is very hard to determine which ones are which rarity because because the comments and the super is kind of all look the same. So it's very hard to really give you a full a full, hey, this card, this card, this card. Outside of the ones that I've already know. And I may even have mistaken some cards for some other cards. So, oops, that is the thing. So hold on. I'm looking, I'm scrolling, and okay, so for, um, let's see, okay, here we go. Alright, so for our, let's scroll up. So the commons for this are Miru and have they call her happens here, but that is who fins. And all the trap cards are all common. Your secret rares are your field spell in Kaleido Heart. Your ultra rare are the level 5 in the level 5 fusion, Kalos and Reno Blade. Oh, sorry, Rhino Heart. That's her name here in TCG. And then Swartzen, the level 4, that is a super rare. So, despite the fact that your boss cards are secret and majority of your utility cards are ultra, at least everything else is still predominantly easy for you to obtain. So, yeah, it's better than nothing. Yeah, it's better than nothing. But yeah, there you go, guys. There's your lineup for the lovely Tearlaments. Our Tearamental. I think that's how it's supposed to be pronounced. Tearamental, Tearlament. It's very stupid. It's one of the things I also like and dislike about translations for the TCG, from the OCG to TCG. How things can be written. But yeah, it's something. So let me know what you guys think about the new elemental sirens on the block. Are you excited for these monsters? Are you going to be playing this deck? And are you going to be mixing and matching? What do let us know and let me know in the comment section below. And with that said, that is it for today's video. So don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel as it helps out tremendously. You can hit the notification bell to be informed of when I do upload more content to the channel. Also, you can hit me up on social media. The social media links are in the description box below. If you guys like to interact with me there. And also, you guys can hit me up on Twitch at twitch.tv/HarpieJoe, where I will be doing some more live stream goodness. So, thanks everybody for watching, and I'll catch you all next time. HBJ, signing out. Take care.